Guys, today I have for you something really special. Skill build that hits harder than your best DPS setup. Yes, you heard me right, this build will out DPS slash outperform you, so as usual, buckle up and welcome to the insanity. So today you decide if this build is broken slash overpowered, but with not wasting your precious time at all, let's dive into the cool synergy here. I am exploiting exotic assault rifle capacitor. In my eyes, test subject works a little bit better since you don't have to stack it, but capacitor in the long run can provide you with more DPS output. And not only we have stupid amount of weapon damage, we have 200% crit damage without exotic coyote mask and without orbit perfect finisher buff. It's kinda insane if you think about it. I'm using memento backpack, and memento backpack will increase our DPS output non-stop, and the main thing here that our skills are sitting at skill tier 5, and by using named pistol we can have maximum skill tiers, but capacitor will eat those all skill tiers and transform each skill tier into the 7.5% extra weapon damage. So we have 200 freaking percent weapon crit damage. On top of that, we have 5 skill tiers which will be transferred, each skill tier 7.5% weapon damage. So on top of that, we have of course 3 offensive core attributes, and you have even more room to improve this setup. It's not perfect because I didn't found second piece from Arquebus brand set. I would switch improvised holster with Arquebus because 2 pieces from that brand set bonus will provide you with extra skill tier, and that would give us extra 7.5% weapon damage. But Jesus man, before we continue, quick word from today's sponsor, Diving.net. If you don't want to grind, or maybe you don't have any free time, don't worry, these guys can help you all. They have been working for many years. They have tons of customer reviews. They will complete your order super quick. Everything happens through account sharing. Don't worry, I have tested these guys by myself, and with my promo code ERBIGDEAL you will have 15% discount on absolutely all services. It's an amazing deal, and if you have any questions, comment down below or contact the operator, and the rest will be the history. But now let's get back to this skill build, and like I said, it slaps freaking hard. If you will use any other weapon, you will not achieve the result which I'm showing you with the capacitor. It works as solo build, as team build, doesn't matter. You will get shit ton of DPS. And like I said, your skills not only will deal stupid amount of damage, but also will work as disruption or maybe distraction to your enemies. And for specialization we will use technician here, pretty self-explanatory. Skill tier, disrupt grenades, extremely handy on legendary difficulty, extra skill damage. You could switch actually drone maybe for artificial hive. Nevertheless, I would prefer you to use 2 damage skills. The cooldown is not really a problem in this one. We have 5 skill tiers, and I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous setup. But you have couple ways how to improve this build, and in general, if you love insanity barbecue chicken build, subscribe, man, please. For the guns, I'm using capacitor, exotic assault rifle, and test subject with InSync. InSync works really well because you need to nail only 1 bullet, and that will proc instantly 40% weapon damage and skill damage. But capacitor will give you of course 60% skill damage with all boosts or maximum stacks, and that's 40. By applying 40 stacks or reaching 40 stacks, you will get 60% skill damage. And of course, don't forget, each skill tier 7.5% extra weapon damage. So with 5 skill tiers you will have 37 7.5% extra weapon damage. For pistol though, I'm using Name It, DZ exclusive pistol orbit. Kill non-elite enemy or simply finish somebody with it, switch to your capacitor and you will get extra 40% crit damage. My goodness. And if I would have better holster, I would have almost 250% crit damage without Coyote Mask, and that's stupid, man, for a skill build. For mask I'm using Sombra, but like I said, if you want maximum damage out of this setup, you should use Coyote Mask. Then you could use maybe Woken and Harris backpack, and on backpack you have of course attributes and you could have extra crit damage, so in that way you would get even more crit damage. Jesus, man. Memento is really dope because actually we have that extra skill tier and weapon damage core attribute, and that skill tier will be transformed in 7.5% extra weapon damage. Of course we have armor regen, you know the drill. So why the Memento is so goddamn good, exotic in PvE. For chest piece I'm using Perfect Glass Cannon from Providence brand set, 30% amplified weapon damage. Of course you could replace maybe this one with Cheshka for crit chance, and that would force our setup maybe over the 55% crit chance, somewhere around those numbers. And of course if you don't want to play with Glass Cannon, you could use Overwatch. Overwatch will boost your skill damage and weapon damage. You can sit behind the cover, boom, 12% weapon damage, 12% skill damage. Really, really nice talent also in this setup. I know that the Glass Cannon is not for everyone, but that's maximum DPS output possible. Well, maybe you could use normal Glass Cannon, like I said, maybe on other piece. You could switch some things. Maybe you could use Sombra chest piece with of course Glass Cannon for the crit damage and amplified skill and weapon damage, and use Coyote Mask. In that way you are reaching stupid amount of crit damage. For holster I'm using Picaro's Name It holster. Unfortunately I haven't found holster with crit damage. That would be perfect fit in this scenario. Armor regen is not necessary, so unfortunately it is what it is. Like I said, this build is not perfect, but still slaps any goddamn content. Solo, team play, doesn't freaking matter. And if you thought that you will not be able to get trophies with Memento backpack, think twice, man. Look how easily, even without Memento stacks, you can wipe clear Chungus rooms, waves. So yeah, you don't need even stacks, and increase skill efficiency from Memento backpack. Of course, by getting those trophies you will increase your skill efficiency, and that includes skill damage, skill haste, all those goodies, and with full stacks 3% armor regen. But if you will use Coyote Mask, you could use maybe Woken and Harris with Vigilance, maybe. Again, lots of combinations. For knee pads I'm using improvised knee pads to boost my crit damage. For gloves I'm using Fenris gloves to get assault rifle damage. And like I said, this build is something else. Try it, I had a lot of fun, and we have no content whatsoever. Guys, I strongly advise you to experiment, and that's the moment where you are getting a lot of fun in this game. Butcher drops the mic, stay safe, love you all, and see you in the next one. Bye.